Manchester United may still be deep in the process of assessing managerial targets for next season, but Michael Carrick is rapidly turning an interim appointment into a genuine audition. Following the sacking of Ruben Amorim, United turned to Carrick on a short-term contract running until the end of the campaign. The brief was simple: steady the ship. What has followed, however, has complicated the club's long-term planning. Michael Carrick's reign could not have begun in more convincing fashion. A composed 2-0 victory over Manchester City in his first match in charge delivered instant credibility, restoring belief among supporters and players alike. Since then, Carrick has overseen a steady climb up the Premier League table, with United now fifth, just 1 point behind fourth-placed Liverpool and firmly in contention for Champions League qualification. Sources close to the club suggest Michael Carrick believes he can guide United back into Europe's elite competition, a feat that would significantly strengthen his case for the permanent role. How the remainder of the season unfolds may ultimately determine whether the club legend remains at Old Trafford beyond the summer. Speaking exclusively on the Transfers podcast, respected journalist David Ornstein confirmed that while United continue to conduct due diligence on external candidates, Michael Carrick has placed himself firmly in the conversation. Michael Carrick could play himself into contention, Ornstein said. A lot of people say you can't repeat what happened with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that even if the interim manager does well, you still have to change. I don't think it's that binary. Ornstein stressed that United must continue running a comprehensive recruitment process, regardless of Carrick's current form. They need to run their process, start speaking to available coaches, and if possible those in work, provided it doesn't break any rules. Look at managers in international roles, run the data, crunch the numbers, assess stylistic fits. United followed a similar model during their previous managerial search, which saw Thomas Tuchel and Roberto De Zerbi reach the final stages, with Thomas Frank, Mauricio Pochettino, and others also under consideration. Xavi remains a name consistently linked with the club. Within that process, Ornstein believes Michael Carrick's performances could elevate him into serious contention. You've got weeks and months now to study these candidates, he said, and Michael Carrick could emerge as a proper contender as things really come to the boil in the summer. Or he may phase out, either in the club's thinking or his own, if he feels the timing isn't right. That's football. Carrick managing against a shifting reality. While Michael Carrick's influence on the pitch continues to grow, he is also operating within a club facing wider challenges, particularly in the transfer market. Ornstein warned that Manchester United are no longer the automatic destination they once were, a shift Carrick knows well from his time playing under Sir Alex Ferguson, when United's pull was virtually unmatched. There was a time when, if Manchester United came calling, you were going, Ornstein said. There was no question under Sir Alex Ferguson. That reality has changed. United were unable to secure deals for Harry Kane and Declan Rice, despite having opportunities to do so. More recently, Antoine Semenyo opted to join Manchester City despite United's interest, a decision that underlines the club's current position in the market. Players know they have a greater chance of success elsewhere right now, Ornstein explained, pointing to Manchester City, Arsenal and Liverpool as key rivals. However, Ornstein also noted that Michael Carrick could play a role in shifting that perception. Those margins are quite fine, he said. Things change quickly in football. Brian Mbeumo is a good example. I don't think United are having major struggles attracting players, but momentum matters. For now, Michael Carrick's focus remains firmly on results. Every victory strengthens his argument. Every step towards the Champions League reshapes the debate. He may have been appointed as an interim solution, but Michael Carrick is steadily forcing Manchester United to confront a difficult question. Should they be searching elsewhere, or backing the man already delivering on the touchline? The answer may define United's next chapter. Michael Carrick's immediate impact at Manchester United is no longer just a story on the pitch. His steady hand and early results as interim manager are beginning to shape decisions off it, particularly in the transfer market. The January window is fast becoming a testing ground for United's approach to short-term reinforcement, and Wilfred Ndidi has emerged as one of the club's most talked-about options. The former Leicester City defensive midfielder, now 29, has been offered to Manchester United, according to multiple sources including transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, and he is reportedly keen on a return to the Premier League. Ndidi joined Besiktas in the summer of 2025, seeking a fresh challenge after Leicester's relegation, but his stay in Turkey appears likely to be brief. The Nigeria international is said to be eager to return to England, ready to provide Carrick with the defensive stability and experience that United's midfield could currently lack. This development comes at a pivotal moment for the club. United's hierarchy remains committed to their long-term recruitment plan, targeting elite midfield talent in 2026, with names such as Adam Wharton, Elliot Anderson, and Carlos Baleba high on their wish list. However, those stars are effectively unavailable mid-season, meaning the club is looking for pragmatic solutions to strengthen Carrick's squad now. Ndidi's profile, Premier League proven, defensively disciplined and adaptable, makes him a logical candidate for a stopgap signing. Sources suggest that internal discussions at Old Trafford have been lively. Some board members and technical staff see Ndidi as the type of experienced, ball-winning midfielder who could provide immediate protection for Carrick's side as they chase a Champions League finish. Others are more cautious, wary of committing resources to a player who may not fully align with United's long-term squad vision. The situation was confirmed by journalist Alan Myers, who revealed on X that United had already held preliminary talks. "My contacts in Turkey tell me Manchester United have had talks about Wilfred Ndidi," Myers tweeted on January 21st. "The player is anxious to return to England." Fabrizio Romano also confirmed Ndidi's availability, though he stressed that United have not yet submitted a bid or made significant progress in negotiations. Romano underlined that Ndidi's camp is flexible, emphasising the midfielder's readiness to adapt contract terms in order to facilitate a move back to England. "The player is ready in terms of the contract side," Romano said, "even to accept what it could take to go back to the Premier League at an important level." For Carrick, the Ndidi situation is emblematic of a wider challenge, balancing immediate results with long-term strategy. Every decision the club makes in the January window will be viewed in the context of his interim tenure. A successful acquisition could bolster his case for the permanent managerial role, providing him with the tools to secure Champions League qualification. Conversely, a poorly judged or delayed decision could add pressure, leaving him to manage with an understrength midfield in a pivotal part of the season. Ndidi's potential signing also reflects the subtle shift in Manchester United's transfer landscape. Once, United were an almost automatic destination for top talent. Now, the club must carefully navigate pragmatism and ambition. Adding a player like Ndidi is not a marquee signing. It's a calculated gamble designed to give Carrick the support he needs while preserving the club's long-term recruitment priorities. As the January window ticks down, all eyes are on Old Trafford. Wilfred Ndidi waits. Manchester United deliberates. The outcome could define the trajectory of the club's mid-season campaign and, importantly, the legacy of Michael Carrick as he attempts to turn his interim role into a permanent appointment. Every result, every decision, and every squad adjustment this month carries added weight. Supporting Carrick on the touchline with the right reinforcements could make the difference between a temporary revival and a statement of intent for the next chapter at Old Trafford. In short, the Ndidi saga is more than just a potential transfer. It is a barometer for how Manchester United plan to respond to Carrick's early success, balancing pragmatism, ambition, and the urgent need for results in a season where the stakes could not be higher.